Okay, for many of you, if I told you to draw a picture of this eye, this is how you would start. You do one continuous line next to one continuous line and kind of hope that you made the right shape. And for some of you, you might be fine. This is how a lot of artists draw. But for some of you, you might end up making an eye that is way too open or way too closed. If I told you to draw this eye, a lot of you would start like this. And you would try and trace what you see, holding it up to the light. This is a way that doesn't really teach you anything about how to draw. Tracing isn't very much of a skill. What I would like to do is teach you how to take a picture that's here and break it down into simple shapes. A good way to start, okay, is to look at what you have and think about what's a simple shape that I see. Well, a simple shape that I see is a circle, right where the iris of the eye would be. So you may start by really loosely, doesn't have to be perfect, drawing a circle. Okay, your next step would be to think about what other simple shape do I have? Well, you have the shape of the eye that kind of, if I trace it here, looks like an oval with pointy ends, like a football. So that might be your second step. Really loosely, trying to match the same angle and direction of the line, draw a football shape. Now, it kind of looks like an eye, but it doesn't look exactly like that eye because there's more details that you would need. What about this strange triangle shape? It's kind of like the tear duct area. You can add that in. Starting to look a little bit more like an eye. You might add another circle. And you might add another curved line on top. Now, if you had used a pencil like I should have, you can then erase some of your lines, like this one here and this one here. And you might notice that it doesn't look too far off from an eye. Your last steps would be adding perhaps the eyelashes in the same curved motion. Really look at what's there. Try to match it the same way. It starts where the football shape starts, and it goes a little bit past the line of the eyelid. Some go more up, some are more out. And you would just continue this across. You get to this part of the eye, you'll notice that a lot of the eyelashes are almost straight up, just a slight curve. If you get to this part of the eye, they're pretty much straight up, and it curves a different direction over here. The key is to pay attention to the direction of the lines and the shapes, and start by breaking it down into simple shapes first.